Vision Media.
Y'all know what it is. We in here, Rock Black, Smoke Session, FLOWVISIONMEDIA. Yeah, we in the building with G.E.Da, Wink Low. You know what I mean? What it is, fellas?
Same shit,
man. What brings us here today, man? You know what I mean? What y'all got cooking on for us, man?
Take the floor, you know.
Alright, I'm saying it's a lot going on right now. You know what I'm saying?
First of all, we in New York right now. What you think about the game in New York right now?
And we came in talking about that, right? See how I can say this, man, because I don't want to pinpoint about how nobody feeling a certain way.
Right.
But I'm saying it's like we the mecca of the situation. I'm saying, but it's like the game is like a bunch of followers, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be like everybody else, man. Nobody have their own lane no more. See, before it was like you had a bunch of groups, single artists, but nobody had the same chemistry. Everybody was different. Everybody, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
Wu-Tang when they first came out.
Everybody was their own individual.
Everybody, you understand? Everybody was their own man. Now
it's like a copycat thing. One person do one thing,
but it ain't even. You can't blame the artists. You gotta blame the DJs too, man. They need to be forefront.
I was about to ask you, do you blame more the artists or do you blame more the DJs?
It's the DJs because the DJs break the music. So the artists there to make the music. You gonna break it's for you to play the music. For you to continuously play the music after you keep hearing something. Like, you don't understand. You hear something from somebody else and then just keep going. Then you play the next to sound like the. Yo, y'all think that's cool for the hip hop? You know what I'm saying? For the game and the era of what's going on now, it's not good, man. Because you put it at a standing point where you leave certain people out the box. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's not a lyrical thing these days. Like, you listen to people these days, it's not about lyrical. Everybody got a gimmick. Mm-hmm. Rap wasn't about gimmicks, man. It was about skill and doing what you had to do, man.
It's about off the adrenaline.
I don't know, man, but I blame the DJs, man. I ain't gonna blame y'all artists for trying to be like somebody else, man. It's the DJs, man.
How you elaborate on that? What you think about that?
I blame the DJ, but I don't blame him too much. You can say the artist because most of the artists they repeat each other because they don't have no story. If you don't have no story, you ain't never been through nothing. All you can do is be a gimmick. You can't tell something that that you never lived. So most artists, even though it's a gimmick, that's why I think that's the different thing about New York. Like New York, that's why a lot of people in New York with the punchlines, they don't have a story, so they got slick talk. Right. So that keeps them over. That's why mostly all New York artists sound alike. There's no individuality. You know what I mean? So that's the problem right there. Like everybody want to be like each other. So it's both. Like the DJ is a DJ for not breaking the record, and most DJs in New York, they embrace more records out of town than they embrace what's going on.
Yeah, I got a problem with that.
Do you think it's more because the music is hot or they being paid?
Both. You gotta respect it. You know what I'm saying? One hand wash the other. So being paid is if that's what it gotta come to, then that's what it gotta come to. But I'm not gonna say. I think it's more they feel like they proving something, like they stepped out of New York and got the record. Because most of the time that the artists that they playing don't even actually know them or don't acknowledge them either. So it's just like they jumping on the bandwagon instead of trying to create a lane for themselves. So the DJs, I don't really fuck with too many DJs anyway. But shout out to them. Yes,
I would like to say something. The only thing I would like to see New York, amongst New York people, as MCs and artists, producers, and everybody, is that we gotta stop boxing each other out.
I agree.
On the come up, like for real, like you know what I mean. If you see a guy that's gonna come up and he's right next to you and he's your peer and his music is hot, you know what I mean. You should embrace that.
That's right.
I think it's always with New York. There's always be one mob, one guy want to run the city. I think if we get together, we go to these events, we popping up, showing up to each other's video, not because I'm not in that video, I ain't going to that, or I'm not getting on stage, I'm not going to the show. Because I go to a lot of showcases and I see how guys act if they crew is not on the stage.
Right. Yeah.
That have to stop. You have to embrace one another and show some love So we can get that melody out and these DJs, you know what I mean, impress these DJs because they see the unification out here in the street.
You know what? On that note, that's actually what got us here, you know. And I'm gonna elaborate on what GEDA said and what Wink said. You know, first and foremost, it's having your story, man. Your story straight. A lot of stories ain't straight. You know, you gotta see who you're dealing with, man. We come together in that fashion to show the unity that we got, man. You know, our connections is growing because we are one of a kind. You know what I'm saying? We roll together. You got Wing Low, you got GEDA, you got Wing Low. We here. It's the difference. You see what I'm saying? They sitting together. They make music for you to see the love because they're artists that represent that. At the same time, we upset about those same issues all together. The way he feels the DJs are, the way he feels the DJ, I feel the same way. You know, so we gotta have some type of liaison. You know, one hand washes the other. You gotta keep it official. We keep coming at you humbly saying, listen, what's up, support your artists in New York. And you saying, nah, this ain't the music. That is the music. We set the tone. We set the pace. That is NY. You know what I'm saying? We don't follow. We set the pace. I've always been a trendsetter. You see what I'm saying? That's what we've been. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? So we setting trends right now. You know, we talking about B's and C's riding together, setting trends. That's how that's moving, man. Right. You know, it's a unification match now. You know, how you coming? We coming strong. Now we want to say, here, listen to the music. Play these New York artists. You push it. Let the people hear it. Give it to the people. If you don't give it to the people, they're not going to understand it. They need the music from your people.
Yeah, let the people have the chance to decide.
That's it. You know, let the people decide the music, man. You know, don't tell them this is what you got to listen to. You know, no disrespect, but there's a lot of DJs that I gotta come sit and talk to, and if we come to the right terms, everything be alright. If we don't come to the right terms, then you know, we have to take drastic measures. I mean, that's how I feel about the situation.
It goes a lot of ways. Like you made a lot of valid points, you know, about supporting each other. My thing is with New York artists, I feel like every New York artist that's gonna come up, he feels that his movement is stronger than anybody else's. So you always hear, yo, back my movement and back this, but how could you expect to back something if you're not backing somebody else? I go to a million showcases just to see what's going on, and I rarely see that many people that so-called have a movement. But if someone out of town comes, he can quickly sell out a venue before somebody from New York.
And I see that time after time after time.
He came here, sold out a venue. Kendrick Lamar, they dope artists, but this is New York. You get what I'm saying? And I don't see nobody in New York selling out any venues or any showcases or supporting each other. You know what I mean? Or supporting each other videos or anything of that nature. You know what I mean? So you gotta realize, like, New York is like it's the Mecca, but there's a but. Like, people in New York is the crab in the barrel theory. You know what I mean? Like, everybody feels like once you start elevating to the top, they gotta pull you back down.
Right.
So it's kind of rough working with somebody that you feel like, oh, okay, I'm gonna work with him and he's on the come up too. See, me personally, I don't work with nobody, to tell you the truth. Like, I work with Porsche Montana, Morales here, Rod Diggs.
Free Rod Diggs. We want to say that. We want to start the show, man.
Free Rod Diggs, you know what it is.
Free Rod Diggs, man. And we got to talk to a couple of people about that. That we ain't seeing the support that we need, man. We're highly upset about the support we're receiving in regards to this Free Rod Diggs, man. The people, we need y'all to understand what's going on with this whole scenario, man. It's political now. It ain't even just about, one man. It's a political movement that they got that man locked up because of his music, man. Because he lived that life. You see what I'm saying? We lived that life, and now we become the enemy. So, on that note, we want y'all to really understand that, Wink Low, GEDA, and more involved in our movements come together just for that, to show you that we as a unified nation, man, can make something happen, man. This music is what our people have, is all we ever had, really. So let's do it the right way. Let's show our people how to make this and unify each other, man. That's where we at, man. Go ahead, man. I'm getting upset at times, but no doubt. Liaison, man. I want to, listen, I'm here. We gonna try to understand this. We not playing. We not playing, man. That's why I'm here.
That's big Trife gone. We ain't playing.
Now watch that, baby. Do that, baby. Listen, man. We here, man. You know what I'm saying? We here, man. You don't understand, man. I'm involved, man. When I'm involved, I don't do it halfway. That's the problem. We got that story. We've been through it. Do your history research. That's all we saying. But at this point, we together, man. You know what I'm saying? So if you can't play his music, you can't play his music. You shout out to the homies that know who y'all that can't play their music. Then we got a problem, man. That's all we saying. It's good music. I'm upset about that. That's why you know who I am when I come talk to you, man. Go ahead. This is about the homies right now, man. Go.
I'm like, Quadro GEDA, yo, what's up, man? Like, yeah, you was down with the whole Get Low thing and everything. Like, really, what happened with that situation? Like,
trying to slay my homie, man.
Like that, you know what I mean? Why, you fell back? So, you know what I mean?
I'm gonna make a long story short, man. But just like business wasn't business.
Right.
So at the end of the day, I'm not gonna sit around for nothing.
Right.
Nah, man.
So
See, hold on, let me stop. That's why I'm here, man. Once again, I'm telling. I'm listen. I say what it is, man. Everybody know that, man. Listen, homie had opportunity, man. That's why you said do your research, man. That's GDK, man. Cold D's, Memphis Bleak. For those that don't know, I'm gonna tell you. That's how you get to understand who you're dealing with as artists. Memphis Bleak. He was with Dame Dash, Jay-Z. These names that you know, I'm gonna throw them out there. That's who that is. GDK. Do a little homework. See what I'm saying? He's here. He wants you to hear his music. He didn't do his music because they offered him a lie. He didn't want to run with a lie. He official. Nah, I'm not gonna take the car, the jewelry, and the house, and the belong to the label. I'm not gonna do that. I'm GDK. I ain't gonna do music if that's what it's gonna take for me to do music. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And live the streets. Now you say, you know what? I'm tired of what I'm hearing. I'm gonna get the people the music back. And I'm nigga with the people who do good music, like Wing Low. Shout out to a couple other homies that do good music because the people need to hear his music. We're gonna bring it back to New York. That's where that's coming in at. So if you ask the homies a question and I'm there and they don't get that answer, I'm gonna give it to you, man. That's what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're here for.
So what you got in store now? You got a project out?
Oh yeah, now I'm working on a couple of projects now. Shout out to my man Chop and Vinny. I just did an EP with them called the Marcy Project.
Okay.
Oh, I'm working on March Madness too. Y'all niggas get ready for that too.
Man,
video the 25th of March. So you don't know.
Sick.
For y'all niggas that don't know, I'm about to enlighten y'all niggas.
Right.
Yeah, it's back to business.
So you back at it full active and it's time.
Cause it's time to bring it back home, man. Shit is like, I don't know. I've been sitting back for a while.
Do you and Wing Low, y'all have something y'all working on together as well?
Yeah. It's about to go down. It's about to go down.
Okay.
It's going down.
Yeah, listen, man, I don't even understand. Listen,
that one right
he
there.
told you who that is. He told you who that is. He told you who we are. And you be telling you that you got Wing Low and GDK putting it together, man.
Playoffs.
Man, what?
Playoffs.
Come on.
What?